Hey, how you doing? So I recently went to Amsterdam with 5 other friends. Hang on. Me, Caroline, Hat, Rianne, Cassie, Jaspery. I counted wrong. Yeah, 5, because I was one of those people. Yeah, so I went to Amsterdam with 5 other people, and the reason we went was to go to a YouTube convention called Vidcon, which was in Europe for the first time. I met some of the people like yourself who watch my videos, which was really, really lovely. I don't very often get the ability to see you all, so it's really nice to see you at events like this, because we're all very much in the same boat. We're all out of our comfort zone, and just hating on all the strangers around us, but at the same time really enjoying the event. And it is such a strange emotion to come across. I was so lucky because I had a creator pass, which meant I had access to the creator lounge. It was very simple. I know a lot of the community are kind of, they're sometimes a little bit angsty about that room, but really it's a place for us to just kind of disappear from all the noise, and it's nothing special. It literally is just a room with a bunch of sofas and free tea, which made me extremely happy. A lot of the time it was the only reason I went up to that room was for the tea, so it was great. I was extremely busy the entire weekend. A lot of my friends, they didn't really get what they wanted out of the event. It was very small, there wasn't a huge amount of people there, but I really, really enjoyed myself, and actually I kind of preferred that it was a bit smaller. I've been to Summer in City pretty much every single year that it's run, back from when it was in a field. And recently it's just gotten so hectic, quite out of control, in a good way. There's just so many people there. It's this huge, huge hall. Whereas VidCon, it was really... I need to be careful with my words because I don't want to sound really rude, but it seems so much more professional because it was in a venue where there were separate rooms for all the talks that we did. We had a separate lounge. Everything was very professionally set out, whereas in Summer in the City, the only access that we have for a venue is the XL building, which is big enough to fit everyone in, but then it doesn't, everything has to be sectioned off within the hall with just like these big, really big railing type things. It makes it really difficult to hear. So for me, that was perfect. The only thing that really upset me, and I've mentioned it to a lot of people, and I really, really hope that it's something that I personally can take part in next year and for it to actually be a thing, is that there are no panels about disabled people and disabilities on YouTube. It makes me so sad because at least a third of the people who go to these events and who are online do have some form of disability, being it neurological or physical. And I spoke to a lot of people giving out my posters and, leaflets, raising awareness, and at least 2/3 of the people I spoke to, because they were all kind of sat down rather than wandering around and queuing, the majority of those were people who were like, oh, I have autism, or I have a neurological disorder as well. So many people, and we don't have a panel specifically for this. So my plan is to make that a thing next year and talk on it, and it'll be amazing. So I was in Amsterdam from the Friday until the Wednesday. It was quite a long time away from home in a space that was so different to when I normally go on holiday. I never normally go on holiday with that many people. I was sleeping on a mattress in the living room. Huge living room. It was really nice. The company was perfect, but for me it was just so overwhelming. On the last couple of days I got so angsty, and I tried really, really hard not to show it, and it really upsets me because I don't want to be angsty because I'm struggling, and I don't want to upset other people, but then at the same time I want those other people to understand that it's going to be a struggle for me, but then at the same time I don't want to be excluded because of it. I remember at one point everyone was like, well, if you need to go to the other room to sleep, then that's cool, we can stay in here and continue drinking. And to me that was kind of like, I know they didn't mean it, they did not mean it at all, and I know they only meant good intentions, but to me personally, because my mind does the things where I hate myself, to me that was you should go into the other room so that we don't have to be disrupted having fun. I was pretty angsty about it, and I shouldn't have been. I should have been probably a little bit more calm about it, but I was just like, I'm not going to separate myself from my friends when I should be having fun with you guys, and I shouldn't be separated from you guys because I don't have the energy that you have. And like I said, my friends were just trying to be really lovely, and they were kind of like, do you know what, we don't want to force you to be in the same room with us if you're struggling. We're more than happy to move all your bed stuff into the other room so that you can sleep. And I was just really stubborn and was like, no, I am staying in this room whether I fall asleep or not. I'm gonna stay around the people that are having fun because I'm stubborn. And I just didn't want to be excluded. The amount of stress I was experiencing the last couple of days was so high. I think I did a good job at hiding it, but my face itself doesn't hide it. But my actual face itself. Right now I'm going through some terrible acne breakout, and it's horrible, it hurts, I can feel it on my skin. And it took me multiple attempts to do my makeup today. I literally did my makeup and then had to take it all off because it didn't sit properly underneath. And I find it quite interesting as well because I'm trying to adapt to a load of different situations. A lot of the time, I really enjoy travelling. So, being on the plane and stuff like that's fine. It's just towards the end of the event it gets a little bit sketchy. And I'm so thankful for the people that I was with. My friends are so lovely. Every time we were travelling somewhere, they'd always make sure that I had somewhere to sit because they know that I struggle standing on transport because of my dyspraxia. And, they were really supportive the whole time. And they're so lovely. And they're great people to go on holiday with. I'd say that if you're going to a place that's going to be really out of your comfort zone, make sure that you're with people who are really supportive because it makes all the difference in the world. I still struggled. I'm not going to lie, I struggled a lot, and like I said, it shows in my face now, but thankfully, because of the people I was with, it was manageable. Thankfully, the event that we were at the weekend was laid out perfectly. We had somewhere to hide, which was amazing. If you're new to my channel, please do hit the subscribe button. I post videos pretty much every week, and at random sometimes as well, I'll do like funny videos, like lip syncing music videos because they're fun. Well, thanks for watching. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye.